So HLC put out a video, and I think this is the first time I've actually really like watched one on stream. So we're gonna check this out. I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to react well to this or not. We're gonna find out. So let's check it out.
America, what's this I see about a prolific YouTuber who's also an SVU detective whistleblowing that Buffalo Public Schools in New York are covering up sexual assault? And they're covering up attempted abductions? What is going on over there? Oh, so you saw that unsub episode. Definitely had nothing to do with the fact that HLC was actually there using his platform to go ahead and spread awareness of this. But anyways, I didn't know that would make international news so quickly. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah.
Wait, Uncle Sam, wait, what's going on? What?
Yeah, I think the day after they released the 30-minute unsub video where Rich actually talked about this, I think it was like 1 or 2 days after, the media in India were picking this up and talking about it like big time. Yeah, this hit the airwaves in a big way fast. And it only gained speed when they when the like local ABC affiliate stations tried to badmouth Rich. When they did that, it was like hitting the nitro boost on the situation. 'Cause everybody started talking about it, including myself.
So quickly. I'm pretty impressed.
Wait, Uncle Sam, wait, what's going on? What did Rich talk about? I like that dude. He's pretty straightforward, and he talks a lot of shit to HLC.
Well, not all of them. He does bring in some of his unsub friends to do other voices also. Like Rich has done voices, Eli's done voices. I don't know if he's brought in any of the other guys from unsub, like Trout or Nick, but Eli and Rich have done voices, I believe.
I mean, he's a win in my book.
Well, Buff, the long and short of it is, students have come forward with allegations and video evidence of them being beaten, and the school didn't report it. They've been subpoenaed by judges, and they're just ignoring those things. Like it's pretty bad. Like the allegations are not something to be taken lightly. And then, of course, there was students that whether it was consensual or not engaged in sexual acts on school property, and that again wasn't reported.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't teachers and like people who work in schools mandatory reporters on stuff like that?
Yes, they are.
And the worst one is somebody tried to abduct a student, like an elementary age student, and the parents weren't.
I could be misremembering this. I thought that Rich said it was 2 students. I could be misremembering this, but I thought during the unsub broadcast, Rich said that the attempted abduction actually involved 2 students. Yeah. There's 2 students, but only 1 family was notified. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because I could have sworn that he had said that this predator tried to go after 2 kids. Okay. The boy was the one the boy was the one whose parents weren't told. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, got it.
Abduct a student, like an elementary age student, and the parents weren't informed on what happened.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Chippy, do you believe this shit?
I, too, am beside myself. Toss them in feet first, though. I'd like to see the look on their face.
Like I'm down for
Hell
all
yeah.
the jokes of how to deal with things, but I'm the kid. Doesn't it make sense that I should protect kids? Like, I could totally handle this situation. Just need them away from civilian population.
No, he's got a point.
Yep.
Hey, Uncle Sam, like, I want to get this news out to the world, but how do we message that? We should call the AWACS.
Not a bad idea. She is kind of all-knowing and all-seeing. Give her a call.
Oh, that's something I'll always do. Kid, how does my hair look?
Well, if you're HLC, it's non-existent. But if you're you, it's gray and painted on. Either way, fire.
Okay, here we go.
Is his wife okay?
What, Buff?
Hey, Wax, how you doing? Look, I don't want to bother you. I know you're busy, but, so the long and short of it is, an SVU detective in the Buffalo PD decided to blow the whistle that the Buffalo public school system might be covering up and hiding, like, really, really bad stuff. That's not quite the reaction I was
What?
expecting. Why do you look like scary happy?
Because I've been waiting for this. Well, or something like it. I have, and most women have, a really particular set of skills. Mostly ADHD and the ability to hyperfixate on something, but we're going to fix this. I'm going to have to let you go. Becky, I have tea. We're going to get to work. Let's call Nancy Grace. Let's get all the wives. Let's get all the girlfriends.
No. Not Nancy Grace. For the love of all that is fucking holy, not Nancy Grace. Out of everyone you could pick as a female icon, not fucking Nancy Grace. For the love of God, that fucking psycho. She is a nutcase, Zad. Nancy Grace is a fucking nutcase. She started... I'm trying to remember how she started off. She's basically like I don't know if she works on Fox. She's like a commentator. Yeah, she's basically the female Alex Jones. I think she's on Fox now, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, she's basically just... she acts like she knows everything that there is to know when it comes to the justice system, and she's on about a lot. And she's basically a nut job. She is the last person that you want to bring in on this if you want legitimacy. Yeah, for the love of fucking God, don't bring Nancy Grace into this. AWACS, please.
Any female person that has any amount of spare time, let's go. When it comes to kids, animals, protect all of them. This is scorched earth. We're gonna figure this out.
God, I love that woman.
Yeah.
I tell you right now, a bunch of women with an unsecured internet connection and a whole bunch of time to deal with things, it's a scary, scary set of circumstances. But no,
Yeah.
real talk. You should totally tag Nancy Grace. I'd love for her to get her hands on that, and go ahead and send her a link to the original video over on Unsubscribe. I'll even make it easy. I'll drop the link in the description.
So tell me why.
I ain't nothing but a heartache.
I also think it's kind of cool that in a couple days, it's gonna be May.
Honestly, Florida, good job. Kind of surprised
Okay.
you made it to the punchline on that one faster than Buff.
Yeah.
Usually he's the sing-songy one.
While I'm happy for Florida, the timing was garbage. I had a mouthful of Metamucil.
Anyways, Ukraine, tell you why what? Anyways, tell me why the son of a CIA deputy director was fighting for fucking Slavic special ed over there. I mean, we iced him, but still. I'm not dismissing this, just saying the truth here. In the same way that foreign contractors are dying in your military. It's a voluntary basis. He just volunteered for the side that is definitely on the wrong side of fucking history here. Although I will say she's gonna have one hell of a time filling out that SF-86 when it comes time to renew her clearance. Unfortunately, it's
What?
happening in
I'm
many countries.
clueless on that.
People assume that this war is black and white, and not really. People are choosing their side and going to volunteer for it. Hell, America had that Texan guy that the Russians had thought was an American spy when he was working for Russia, and they killed him. Kind of a tell of their military, intelligence and
Eh.
logistics capability. It is not a...
Oh, Wisner, you're welcome. You are very welcome. Grainos, I'm not sure. All of this, I am not up on any of this. I do not know about some Texan guy that was working as a spy for Russia and they killed him. I have no fucking idea what they're talking about here. I don't know.
Intelligence and logistics capability. It is not a war. It is a special military operation. If it was a war, the world would know. Plus, me and America are on much better talking terms now.
Starting to feel like I'm getting drug along. You had no reason to attack civilian infrastructure in Ukraine recently, and you did it anyways. Starting to feel like you're bullshitting me a lot.
Well, it's about bloody time! Holy shit! Even a broken watch is right twice a day. Jesus! Took you long enough to realize that he's not your fucking friend! By the way, how did your talk with the Ukrainian president go in the Vatican?
I mean, so far so good. We had a nice good sit down talking about everything that's been going on. They agreed they're probably going to have to give up Crimea, still on the ropes about giving up the other 4 regions that Russia's invaded. They're okay with not being a member of NATO, but they still want security guarantees. Now, their version of a security guarantee is troops on the ground. My version of a security guarantee is allowing my contractors in to work with the rare earth metals, and therefore, if Russia attacks and hurts any of my people, security is going to be guaranteed.
Very well, we're getting closer to the middle ground here. So, we're not going to have any more signal chat leaks from your Secretary of Defense, are we?
I'm really, really fighting the urge to say no right now, but,
There was another leak? Oh, he didn't even fucking add me. That's bullshit. I love being in those chats, man. I like to show them, like, screenshots of the things that I say to Iran. Like their bearded lady, the one in charge of their whole country, the dude who's, like, between the ages of 800 and death, that one. Anyways, I tagged him in a meme, and the meme just said, you should go see what the bottom of the ocean smells like.
The people of Iran do not have time for your internet trolling. We had an explosion at one of our ports. We are currently fighting the fire. Hundreds of people have been injured, and at least 10 have been killed. Show some compassion.
Oh shit, did we start the party already? This is what I get for not being part of the new signal chat.
Wait, we started attacking already? Come on, man. I scared away 2 Iranian F-4s in 2013. I'm not letting them escape this time.
You would think with all my technological advancements I'd be able to understand when the U.S. is about to do something like this. I feel a little crossed right now.
Y'all don't feel too bad. Normally I'm the workhorse of strikes like this, and I wasn't invited.
It wasn't me. I didn't do this. Something just exploded over there. Which is incredibly common in the Middle East, so I guess we'll have to narrow it down. This is a slightly larger explosion than usual, I think.
I vaguely remember hearing something on this. I don't think an Iranian port got bombed. I don't think. I just think it might have been like a very serious industrial accident. But I don't think, at least to my knowledge, to my understanding, I don't believe it was like an attack of any sort, or is it still just is it classified as just an explosion of unknown origin? Okay. So there was an explosion. We don't know the cause. I'm down a bomb of some chemicals that went kaboom, either for rockets or some nitrate. Yeah, gray matter, that's what I'm thinking too. It might have been, well, yeah, of course they blame the U.S. Iran blamed the U.S. first and foremost. That's not a surprise. That's like gut fucking reflex for Iran. It is just like any kind of kaboom, they instantly blame it on the fucking U.S. So, my suspicion, and we'll see what happens, it was probably very likely an industrial accident, because God knows they're not exactly known for their OSHA levels of safety. So, well, I don't think it was Mossad, Bronco, because this is Iran. It's not, to my understanding, Mossad's not fucking with that. They're too busy working Gaza. And I don't think they've been messing with Iran. Although, who fucking knows? It could be anything over there these days.
We are still fighting the fire as I speak. We're not going to talk about what was on fire or what exploded. We will just keep it to ourselves. But right now, we're mad.
Uh-huh.
All those unregulated controlled substances around your country and your neighbors. You guys still haven't learned to, like, chill out.
Yeah.
Since we've lost the contract with the F-47 to Boeing.
As you should. Sounds like a fucking skill issue.
Yeah. Anyways, since we lost that contract and we spent all the money doing research and development for all the new upgrades, we're just going to throw them to the F-35. We're calling it a Generation 5 Plus. Yes! Sweet vindication.
Since we're going with in between, like, generations, can we just start referring to the Su-57 as Generation 3 Plus?
You shut up your mouth!
The Su-57 is not Generation 3.
Oh, damn. That far behind, huh? I guess we'll go with 2 Plus.
Also, America, I saw you got your high-powered microwave system online, and it's actually deployed to the Philippines to deal with drones from West Taiwan.
Now I have beans on toast calling me that. America, you can come up with whatever weapon system you want. The Great China will be the victor.
Oh,
Your best
God.
bet is to just lay down your weapons and surrender.
It's really interesting that you specifically would say those exact words, because, interesting enough, the system I've deployed to the Philippines, the high-powered microwave, is actually called Leonidas.
Hey, West Taiwan!
No way.
Come and get them!
Funny, great setup. I mean, I really like the phrase that you used. However, voice acting, I give it like a 4 out of 10.
Thanks,
Oh.
Buff. I'll take it into my notes. Hey, Canada. I heard about the terror attack, man. That sucks. Like, that genuinely
What?
sucks.
What?
If you need anything, just ask. I appreciate it, Air Bud.
Wait, what? Are they classifying that as a terror attack now? Shit, I hadn't heard about that. Okay, so what I think they're referencing is there was a festival in Vancouver in a I think it was in a Filipino section of Vancouver, and some crazy guy in a car like drove literally into this street festival and killed like 11 people. I did not realize that it was being classified as a terror attack, though. Yeah, same Oznashi. I didn't hear about it being considered that either. I don't know if it's true or not. The last thing I heard was just, it was a fucking crazy person. Well, okay, Bobcat, why is it a terror attack? Why is it being classified that way? The last I'd heard about it, it was just some guy drove through. I don't even know if there's a psychological profile being done on him. If there was a rationale behind it, nothing. There's 11 dead and probably something like 50 in critical. Yeah, so he supposedly meant him I have not looked into it because I like to keep my mental sanity, and I try to avoid inundating myself with just the horrors that come with living in 2025. But I did see that the event actually happened, and I'm aware of it happened. I just didn't realize that it had been classified as a terror attack. The last thing I knew about it is it was just a crazy person that just decided to, slur it through a festival and hurt people. Well, okay, Grainos. That's the dangerous thing is, I heard it was because the one thing I do recall is I think the driver was actually Filipino himself. That's the one thing. I saw a blurb and it looked like the driver was a Filipino individual himself, and he drove through a Filipino festival in Vancouver. So, okay, Slag It, you just looked it up, and what did you come up with? No, cool. I don't want the media to come because I don't want people to stream anymore. The terror part is only a speculation. That's kind of what I suspected, because these days, whenever there's a mass casualty incident, people often speculate about it being a terror attack whenever there's a mass casualty. And because everybody is so eager to basically put the terror attack label on it that ton of people jump right to it and go, it could be one. Yeah. So, okay.
But we're not labeling it as a terror attack. This dude who did it, he just has a series of mental health issues. He decided to drive a car through what the heck is the name of that celebration again? Lapu Lapu or Lapu Lapu? I'm not really sure how to say it. Yeah, from what I understand there, bud, this one's kind of all over the place. Certain people are calling it a terrorist attack and that it was targeted. Other people are saying, no, it was just a crazy guy. I don't know, really, and I'm not really sure what's going on up here, but it's, yeah, it's not good. We lost 11 people so far. On that note, Mexico. Why do I have 2 Mexican nationals that were just arrested in Colorado with 180,000 rounds that they were headed to the border with? That is like the number one thing that comes into my country from America. Is ammo, guns, bullets, rockets. It seems like a you problem, man. We down here like, I got it. We're trying to keep the drugs from going across your border, but what about the bullets coming across mine?
180,000 rounds? I suppose that's a good start to a collection, but I don't know, that's just me.
Of
Hey,
course,
America.
Texas.
You have controlled the power of the sun. Trust me, I know firsthand. But the nation of Japan has started using drones to control the power of lightning. We're getting Japanese Thor before we get GTA 6? The fuck?
I'm slightly concerned, but mostly curious.
Well, right now, we have not decided to weaponize it. We have used drones to trigger and guide lightning away from key infrastructure and to take care of people so that lightning strikes in big city centers are not as common.
Interesting.
Well, ignoring the fact that people saying the government controls the weather is about to just explode, can I ask you, actually, you know what, nerd? How often does lightning strike in Iran? 2.542 million times last year. Wow. And with climate change, that number's probably just gonna go up and no one will be the wiser, huh?
I suddenly feel like I should not have told you about this.
Nonsense. I would never abuse this kind of power. On an unrelated, interesting science topic, they've discovered a new color. It's called OLO. O-L-O.
Listen, nerd, I'm not trying to tell you what you think you know, but, that color's been around for a long time. When's the last time you went to a Taco Bell? That is literally Baja Blast. They've had it for years. And your pee is the same color if you drink nothing but Baja Blast for a while. My kidneys may be failing.
Okay, that was kind of cute. That was kind of cute. I will say. I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to post, but it was cute. I did like it.